everyone. I do hope that you can hear me loud and clear. So I do want to say, while this is on my mind, I'm sharing a lot of the stories or experiences that I've had, and when I'm sharing these, I don't know if they're resonating with you as a viewer. I hope that they are. And if so, I would ask that you would, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do so, as this is the beginning of a journey, a new journey that's unfolding for me as it relates to me just putting myself out here in the YouTube world and the world of social media, beyond what I've done in the past as it relates to my fashion design and textile and fiber artwork that I've done previously for so many years of my being. And now I'm on a whole new trajectory and journey of my life where the spiritual awakening and the journey of self-discovery has really kicked up many notches, where I may have thought I knew myself in previous years. Well, these past couple of years, I've really gotten to know myself in a much deeper, more expansive way. And so that's what life is really all about. Expanding your horizons and getting to know who you truly are at your core. And this is what it's about for me. And I know it is that way for several other people, or many people, right? And so, as I was saying, if this is resonating with you, if this is a vibrational frequency that you are able to tap into and catch the wave, then I'm asking you, if you will, subscribe to this channel and to help me continue my journey and to share this message, share my story, share hope and inspiration to other like-minded individuals, or those that may be on a path of awakening and going deeper within to discover many more aspects to who we are, who they are as an individual, and what we have to share with the world around us. And so I want to say that starting off, but I really wanted to continue on what my topic of discussion was as it relates to the video that I did regarding the healing journey. And right now my title of this video is escaping me. So sad, right? But it's okay. It happens. But I'm in that video, and I'll put the video in the description box, just so we'll have a link and a reference point. So in that video, I discussed the Chiron healing, the wounded healer, and I'll also put some links to a couple of books that I have had a chance to read portions of, and that have helped me a little bit on my journey, in addition to astrology, obviously, because that's where I've discovered Chiron, the wounded healer. And I was saying in that video, we all have a wound. But prior to that, I was talking about my anxiety and how I was on this journey of self-discovery. And because I started intensely going on this journey of self-discovery in the year of 2020, I was wanting to connect with like-minded individuals, or just people that I've made contact with in my past, just to see where they were on their journey of self-awareness and self-discovery. And I mentioned how my social anxiety was always a huge factor for me, and it pretty much has been my entire journey, but I wasn't always aware of that. This is what I was dealing with, social anxiety, right? And the social anxiety kicked in for me and was made more aware and brought to the forefront of my attention through me having experienced hyperhidrosis, which is another topic of discussion, and there's so much to talk about, right? So that's something. I'll briefly say hyperhidrosis is excessive sweating throughout the various parts of the body, which can create more anxiety because it can be embarrassing. But to get back on topic with the social anxiety, what I realized with my social anxiety is because I was not aware of and in tune with who I am on a deeper level, and wasn't really aware of myself and how I projected certain aspects of my nature onto others, like many of us do unawareingly, not being aware. This is what I really feel caused me to have a lot more social anxiety, and not really being able to fully express myself, or most importantly, embrace and accept myself for who I am at a core level. But not knowing yourself, how can you fully accept and embrace yourself, right? So that's part of that journey. And then getting back to the wounded healer, that is also a part of the wound that I carry with me, in addition to some of the things that I mentioned briefly, as far as being able to assert myself and be assertive, and I'm losing the word that I want to say, but just having my own willpower, standing in my own authority, and knowing that I am self-empowered. All these different things that I had to discover about myself, and being able to work with my shadow, my dark nature, and the things that I hidden and repressed from myself due to some conditioning early on in my life and my journey, and more than likely past lifetimes, and coming into a family of lineage, a family line, where you're having to help process and heal wounds of that line that you entered into. And sometimes you're that individual to do it, to have break a cycle and a pattern. And I realize in many aspects, I am an individual that comes into that have come into my family line to heal certain wounds, some things that we just don't really discuss, that we should be discussing on a deeper level to help one another progress, right? And so therefore, I am the one to do it. Since we should, then that's what I am doing. And so getting back to Chiron, the wounded healer, in astrology, this is going to be the part of your chart, your natal chart, which is a birth chart that we all have based upon the exact time and location of our birth. And in this chart, some of you may be familiar with it, there's 12 houses. And wherever Chiron is placed in the sign and house is where the wound is that you'll have to deal with, right? It's a consistent nagging wound. Currently, right now, Chiron is transiting the sign of Aries. And so where Aries falls in your natal chart, once again, you'll need the exact time of birth and location in order to know this. And I'll put a link to a website where you can actually discover more about your natal chart if you don't already know this information, which I'm sure a lot of people do if they're interested in astrology. And so, when you think about Chiron transiting the sign of Aries, well, that's dealing with the will. That's dealing with being assertive and stepping into your own power, having a sense of self, a sense of identity, and then also kind of ties into that value, your value and your self-worth in a sense as well, because a lot of these things just go hand in hand. And so I wanted to briefly mention that, because those are some of the key factors and things that kept coming up for me in this year of 2021, when I needed to go on an additional journey of self-discovery and discovering more of what was hidden from me, what I actually repressed so many years of my life, and more of the evolving and growing up that I needed to do in order to break through, to have this breakthrough moment. Because as I mentioned in that video, I really wanted to step into the role of sharing more of my journey and my story and connecting with other people. And so I was going about this through podcasting. And so that's where I am on my journey, and I'm going to get back onto that journey. But right now I'm doing these random videos, which I enjoy doing thoroughly, because these are tools. This is like a tool for me of self-empowerment and being able to just share randomly, different locations, doesn't matter how the atmosphere is, as long as it's, you can hear me and it's not too chaotic, obviously, then it's good. But I want to keep this short, so thank you so much for your time. I really, 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 really appreciate your time and attention. Peace, love, and light, and balance and harmony to all until we meet again. Thank you so much. Blessings. See ya.